Take a little trip, take a little trip, take a little trip with me. Hello, it is Tuesday, March 21st, and this is Driving Forward Tuesday Trip. Thanks for tuning in. Didn't really know what I was going to talk about today, so I figured I would go through what I went over the weekend. I was putting together final notes for my discussion today on technology in transportation and logistics. And, you know, this topic, I've done this presentation a number of times, and this topic really hasn't changed much over the last couple of years. It's the same subject lines over and over. It's a lot about visibility. It's a lot about what TMS best works for you. It's a lot about cybersecurity, and it's about implementing and selecting the right solutions for your organization. And I started thinking, we really haven't moved the bar there. A few weeks ago, I was at another conference speaking about this, and this was the same thing that everyone was speaking about there. So what is it really going to take to get the industry to shift not away from these topics, but to get better at this? And I said a while ago, it's been a couple months, but if you're a industry leader today, if you're leading a company, if you even are a departmental leader and you don't understand technology, you don't understand the systems that you're working with, then you're going to struggle. So you maybe don't struggle today, but you're going to struggle down the road. This is going to become more of a problem in the future. You need to understand the solutions that you're working with, not only from a user interface, but how you configure them, how you manage them. You don't need to understand them from a IT perspective, but you need to understand conceptually what they can and cannot do. And until you get to that point, I don't believe that until the entire industry gets to that point, I don't believe we're going to get past these things. Maybe we'll never get past these things. Maybe this is something that society-wise, we're just going to struggle here. But understanding your technology, understanding the capabilities of it and the strengths and weaknesses also goes right along with the security of it as well. So cybersecurity is a strong topic, and I can probably talk for a long time around the fundamentals of cybersecurity, and I don't want to tie up that for this entire time. Nor did I intend on talking about cybersecurity today, but everyone needs to take action around cybersecurity. Everyone needs to be aware of cybersecurity. The majority of cybersecurity events occur because people do not understand what takes place in their organizations. They're all human enacted events. So majority of the cybersecurity invasions that happen are because someone clicks the wrong button. And that's all education. So, once again, I think we're peeling this back to, I don't understand my solutions. I don't understand what it takes to be secure in an environment. And really it comes down to education. So that's sort of where we ended up a month ago at another conference I was at, where this was deeply discussed, was we're just not providing great education to the industry and to the people within the industry. So how, and this is a rhetorical question maybe, or maybe I'm putting this out to everyone, but how do we educate the industry unbiasedly? And I say unbiasedly to all the solution providers. You can't go out and pitch only your solution as the answer to everyone's problems, because it's not. You have integrations to dozens or hundreds potentially of other solutions that are out there. So cohesively, they all have to be able to work together. And when you sit down and you talk to someone or a group of people, you need to be able to speak openly and honestly about how everyone can work together and what's the best way of educating an organization or a group of people on their products, their group of products, and the security that surrounds them. So starting off this Tuesday trip with no idea of what I'm going to talk about, I've done a fairly good job of tying up 6-7 minutes here on the simple discussion of technology and the basic functions of what we seem to commonly talk about at any conference at a high level, and then sort of the root fundamental of, or the root cause of it all, which is, I think a lot of people just need some more education. So, I'd love to hear what everyone's thoughts are on what we can do as a industry to bring that forward. I know I'm working on some things. That's something that we here at GLCS are looking at a variety of different options. Also, if you're not aware, we just launched Freight Movement. Freight Movement, I think I spoke about it on Thursday on the Driving Forward podcast. But Freight Movement is a new company that Jenny Malafarina from Virago Marketing and I have launched, and it's largely an event-based organization. Not so much around the education side, but it allows us to do a lot of fun things that maybe I wouldn't have done before. So, and something like education and events around education are now something that we may look into. So with that being said, I'll wrap up this Tuesday trip. Thursday, well, so first off, before I get into Thursday, if you are at ATA mid-year, look me up. I'll be there through the end of day today. And I'd love to meet with you. If you're not able to meet with me, please reach out. I know this is going live here at noon, so it is what it is. But the event's been great, and it's been wonderful meeting everybody. I'll be at another ATA event coming up here in a few weeks in Cleveland, and looking forward to seeing everyone at that event too. Thursday, I have a podcast scheduled at 1 o'clock, Driving Forward podcast scheduled at 1 o'clock with Ed Burns, CEO of Burns Logistics. If you are familiar with Ed, he's got some great messages that he puts out on LinkedIn and a few other mediums, I believe, as well. But primarily, I follow Ed on LinkedIn, and I've met him a number of different times as well. So very much so looking forward to the discussion with Ed on Thursday. Ed has a marketing background, spent quite a bit of time in marketing before coming into transportation and logistics a number of years ago. So that should be a great one this Thursday. Last Thursday, we had a very interesting discussion with Kevin Hill. We kind of went way deep into market discussions and probably even got off track with that as well. But I really enjoyed that meeting or that podcast. Also, in regards to Freight Movement, Thursday, June 20th in Bloomington, Minnesota. A few months back, we had what we called the Minnesota Social. This is now a event that we'll be launching through Freight Movement. It is sponsored by TA Dedicated, and we really appreciate that. Our friends over at TA Dedicated said, hey, we'd love to help out here. And we'll have a number of other events coming up in the near future. We're looking at Chicago, Cleveland, Atlanta, and Phoenix. And we're talking with various sponsors for those locations as well. We're taking it a little slow launching it, but once again, Thursday, June 20th, 6 to 9 p.m. If you look up Freight Movement on LinkedIn, there's an event, and you can sign up on that event. There is a limited number of spaces available, and I think we're about 15-20% full already. So if you're thinking you're going to come, sign up now, and we'd love to see you there. Whoops, hit the wrong button. All right. With that being said, I think that wraps up this version or this Tuesday trip. If you've made it this far, I appreciate your time and look forward to seeing you all soon. So let's see. Anything else? I don't think so. So stay curious, stay informed, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Until next time, drive forward with purpose and innovation. Thanks for watching.